Hello dear YouTubers, here is Hannes from the Space Disclosure Now channel, and I'm making my first three shows about the Victoria crater. I found some very special things in Victoria crater which can also be explained by me with ancient civilizations there on Mars. I believe there was once a civilization that maybe perished or was killed by a happening in the sky, maybe a meteor or something like this. Maybe it was a war. Um, I believe there was a solar system civilization 100,000 years ago, or maybe more, and that we are the ancestors of these civilizations. Okay, so all pictures you will see here are original NASA pics, and in the description I give you the exact links. Okay. So I got curious, curious for Mars with other channels like the Olympus Sky or Mars Anomalies, Mars Unmasked, or Michael Witter. He's also a great guy. Michael Witter brought me uh, actually to this photo I will show you now. He talks about it's the most important picture he has ever seen. So I show you what it's about. As I said, it's all about the Victoria crater. Here we see the Victoria crater it's around 760, 790 meters in diameter, so it's not very big actually, but big enough. It has a very wonderful sand wave structure in the center. And once upon a time it was like a round crater, it was completely round, but the sandstone which formed under the compressed sand gave in, and on some spots it faded away, and now you see this wonderful zigzag pattern. The cliffs here, we will see it in a moment from near, but let's introduce you to Spirit, who came from here. Later on you will see also the tracks, they are visible in this picture. He made photos from here in this direction, photos from here in this direction. Actually it went around the crater and took pictures of nearly every single of these capes. NASA gave them all names. Today we will look at the Saint Vincent, Cape Saint Vincent, and the surroundings. That's a very interesting part of it. And when we go close in this picture, let's go close, you will see that you don't really see anything, because, and that's a manipulation from the NASA engineers, picture engineers of NASA. They make it so you see this pixelation, you cannot really make out anything. You see just faint connection lines and things like this, but in a moment I clear it. See, I made the blur sharpen routine. After this it looked like this, and now I think it's much better like this, you see. You begin to see like structures under the sand, like buried under the sand, like here around the crater is a like chain links under the sand. See here? See what I mean? Okay, I just get a little closer. See this round links here and structures on the cliff here and here, here. You will see it from another perspective soon. And when you make I make it black and white so the color is not so irritating. And if you make brightness contrast, and one more brightness contrast, and you start to see like structures under the sand are beginning to form, and you see the big pattern what it is. You see for example this here, this line. See, in the middle here, this line going down all the way, going down to the other side, or here going up, snaking around. You see here a structure and chains or links all around it. You see, you see these things, these round things. I believe they are chain links, like on the back of a necklace. You have the link, and it's like this. Only that here are more chains going out of it, like 4 at least. You see here they all came down from the crater. You see, all the crater was like crisscrossed by chains, and these chains were interlinked here and here, but it all came down, and afterwards I give you a better picture of it. Like they are all lying now here and here, they're going down there, and also on the cliffs there were these chains. You see? Okay, so let's jump closer. Let's jump to the Saint Vincent picture. It's like, where is it? It's here. Like this is the original picture. If you go close, you see a lot of pixelation. You see a lot of manipulation, like blur away or colors over it, and here you begin to see, for example, what is this? This is like a relief carving of a face or something like this. So I made the blur sharpen routine, and also I made more with my sharpen tool, and then it looks a little bit different. Then it looks like, see, it begins to pop out like links on this rock. You see, what I believe is that this skull formed rock, it's formed like a skull. You see, there are the teeth, there is the nose, there are the eyes, like on the other side also, but this is a profile. Here is the forehead and the skull. It has an elongated skull, you see, like this. And I think this is burial ground. I think there is a cemetery of the civilization that lived once on this planet. And I prove it to you. See, in the background also, I think every rock here, every cape is a cemetery ground. Not only are people buried here, but there is also like totem objects, like heads from animals and skeleton from other animals. I will show you in a moment. Okay, so what we know from this photo, I think you all seen this photo once. Now I reduce a little bit the layer, so you see this is the original and this is my layer, and it's just sharpened. Okay, so I go to the middle so that it's coming through but not disturbing the picture. Okay, like 46%, that's good. So you see here, you see the famous pharaoh statue on Mars. See here, you see maybe also the famous face on the rock on Mars. It's a relief carving, it's here. You see all kind of stuff laying around on these niches here. Maybe there are like carved out platforms everywhere here, like 100 on this, on only this rock, you know, like here, here, like here, here, here. All over this rock there are like platforms, small platforms with stuff on it, like here. So I began to wonder, what is this, you know, like maybe also famous I don't know if somebody else found it, but here is he's an animal, a skeleton animal here, like the head, the neck, the body, the ribs, going down to the tail here. Maybe here's a foot, maybe here's another foot coming down, but it's embedded in this sandstone and partially freed from the rocks, maybe by nature, maybe by intelligence, we don't know. We also don't know who made this 4, like the number 4 here. Maybe it's just nature, but maybe not. But what is this, for example? You know, it looks like a bed frame. Okay, I wondered what could this be. Okay, and I wondered also what these things here on the bottom are, you know? Like they look like also relief carving, maybe a scene of 2 people, who knows? And here it's like it's carved out and it's there's something uh, lying here that's looking like a bracket where you can fix some chains on it. Here also. And here is a chain. Here's a chain. Here's a post. I don't know, but you can clearly see this a post, you know. And here you can see a chandelier, a three-armed chandelier, broken down a little bit, you know, like bent. But actually, what really gets me on this picture was like this. This is really crazy. You think there is like, you know, if you look at the original picture like this, it's like smoke. Like here's smoke. But who's smoking on Mars, you know, like it can't be. So I cleared it with the sharpen tool, you know. The sharpen tool comes through this smoke, and what's remaining is like this linked chain, like metal links on a chain, who's going down there, coming down to this fixation, you know, like in the bedrock carved is a fixation for this chain, and maybe this chain also went like here. You see, there is a here's some piece of chain in the bedrock. Maybe it's just an print of it, you know, like where it lay on the bare rock. So maybe it's a mark of it, you know. But it's coming from here, going over there, like the chain coming down here, here it's broken, here it goes on the side, here. It's fallen down. Here you see some links, still some links here of this chain, you know. Like this is the fixing of the chain, you know. So what we have discovered till now are like chains and links and fixation of these chains. But what for? Why these chains, you know? You know, I think they are symbols of something which was very important for these people for the burial. Like a cross in the church, or like other symbols we have. The chains were the links of the ancestors. Link from one generation to the next, links in the family, you see. But what you yes, and one thing is very, maybe you see it also, it's a little bit hard to see, but you see the snake, you know, the snake head, there's the mouth, there's the eyes, there's the nose. It's buried in the ground. It's coming around here. Here is the body. It's rolled in. There are also pieces of the body under the sand. Maybe that's the tail of the snake coming around here, so up to the head. Maybe that was a statue, snake statue. I think snakes are very important. You see this here? This is, I don't know what, but maybe these are all chain links formed together. Maybe the tail part of the chain, like some decorative ending of the chain. And here you see what you have on your bicycle on the back wheel. See what I mean? I can try to make it a little bit more clear here. See it? Yeah, it's like from your bike. So, and one more thing, you know, the chain here, or maybe the winch, and here's a rope or a chain. I'm sure it's a chain because sorry, a rope wouldn't stand this long. Here are some planks, some wood, and fallen down here is the other part. It was like some wood that was with something in it, or just it was carried up here, then left here, and in the times it broke and fell down. That's what I think, you know. So let's look at the big picture one more time. See? And start from above, because here on this upper side I believe there were fixations for the chains. There are huge chains here, for example. You see the chain going down, you see it going down till here. You see here a chain. Let's go closer. You see a chain here, you see a chain here. That's too much rubber here, so but you see here, I think these are they're not only chains, but they're all kind of chains, you know, not only normal links, but like special links like you find on bracelets or so. And here, for example, and there is a straight part, metal maybe, here also, you know, and then it's maybe embedded in the rock, coming down here, going on here. Some links are here, you see. Here's the skull of an animal maybe. This, I think, was also a fixing for the chains. Here also, see here, parts of the chain lying around here, coming down from above, because here there were fixations. They're coming down. Here is a fixation. Here is a thick chain, and it fell down. Here it's lying here. Here, lying here. Most of this and also here lying all over the place where there are platforms, the chains are also lying because they fell down. Here is a skull. Here is a skeleton. Maybe here also, that's not really visible. Here's a strange helmet or something like this. See, here is chains. Here are links of the chain. That's this. I think this was a fixation going over here. Yeah. Going down here. See, going down, going down, going down. Going down to this fixation and fallen down. What is this, by the way? See? That's curious. That's very rectangular shape, you know, like construction, maybe a sarcophagus. I don't know. Maybe a face here. But all these weird parts which are there, we're not rocks, you know. That there are a lot of rocks, but this not everything is rock, you know. There's a pipe. Maybe here's somebody sitting in a position which we know from Peru or from Chile, like how the ancient people there buried their ancestors, you know, like in this position, the head, the shoulders, the knees, you know. Here are symbols like round symbols here. Here is the fixation of the chain I showed you. Let's go back. See here what is there. It's hard to see, but there's also some rectilinear stuff lying there. Maybe it's also a fixation of a chain. Here's a fixation, here's a fixation, here's a fixation, all around here. Uh, and here's a special place, I think. I can't be. I'm not so sure about this, but I will tell you. Like here's this pole. Who maybe there was a light sometimes there. Maybe it's just I don't know. But here, see, here in the shadow, and here, I think this is an animal. I think this is a reptile lying in the sun, surprised by the vanishing of oxygen in the atmosphere and just dying. And here are the babies. Here's one, and here's the second one. So you have a family of reptilians, maybe some crocodile thing, lying in the sun. Maybe they were the guardians of this burial ground, who knows? And here, that's an important part also. The stuff fell down, like it's coming in times. This rock is sandstone. It's decaying and it's falling apart, and also the chains which were spread all over this place fell down, fell there, and the rocks falling on them. But here you see very good one very important piece of the chain. It's a link. It's looking like this. It has like holes around, like it's hollow in a kind of way. Then there are like these side links coming out in more directions, and on every side link you have a chain going away. Like here's maybe another of these sun symbols. Maybe it's a sun symbol, like the sun with rays spreading out, Maybe that's the symbolism about it. Here you have maybe a little statue falling down. You have all kind of rectilinear things here, this like a huge carving which also fell down. Like here you have all kind of, and here's the chain coming down, the huge one, here. See, here also a relief carving in the face. Here are relief carvings. Here also, if you take the sharpen tool, you can let it pop out a little bit more, Like here, I think this is also a platform with stuff on it, And what stuff on these platforms? Maybe you already guessed. See here the chains coming where there's nothing. Look, here is nothing. You see? I do here, nothing comes. But if I go here with my tool, all kind of stuff coming up, like these linked parts, linked and buried in the sand. Here is also remains of this chain construction. You have here is a chain coming down. Like I said, here's also a chain with something attached on a winch. Here are parts. I think they're also chain links. And let's go here now, because this part is very interesting. This part is like, you see this thing? It looks like a heap of, I don't know, like crap, but actually I think it's the same like this, which is in a better shape, and this, and also like this and this. Look, here's a chain going down. Here also, here chains going down all over the place here, So what I think these things are, I think they are these pieces. See? This is the burial method of some ancient people in Nazca or in Chile. These are ropes together, and inside is the mummy or the skeleton, the dead body of the ancient person. And what we see here are graves everywhere. You see skeletons and graves. You hear skeleton here. See, that's the upper part, the head. You see a skeleton here. This is very good visible. You see, this is the bum. These are the ribs, the spine. Maybe the head is lying in front of it because it fell apart. This is the legs, the feet. Here's also, I think, an animal skull. Here you see very good, like this chain system worked. You see, here's a chain coming down, a link. Here is it. Maybe it's carved in the rock. Also link. Maybe these links are stone. You know, they could carve a chain out of a stone if they could. You see, link going down here. Here's coming the chain. Here's also this very similar kind of fixation here. See? Here, maybe I see a shark, like the mummified shark with his teeth and his snout and the fin in the back and on the side. It's just standing in the sand, like halfway out, buried half. And here is another like decayed, like rectilinear structures. This is not a rock, and this is not a rock. This is fixations. This is metal, maybe. This is construction. This is intelligent people. This is not a rock. 100% proof, sure. Chains, you see? Chains going down, chains going down, chains going down. I think here, meeting of the chains, I don't know, it's very blurred. NASA did it best to get rid of this stuff, you know. They don't want to show the people that. You see? What you see here is a skeleton also. Here's the head. This is the upper part of the body, lower part, and see, I found a photo like this photo on the internet. This they say that's an alien they found on Earth. You know, I don't know if this is true, but you know, it fits a little bit to this, and also the size. You know, let's talk about size now. You know, this thing, how big is this? I show you. See, it's lying here on the crater, and I can show you a. Wait, where is it? This? Yes. Let's take it away. See, this is the rock, and this is a guy climbing on the rock. You see, it's 185 meters. It's fitting from here to here. So first, the statue of the pharaoh is very small. It's like, I don't know, 50 centimeters or so. And also this skeleton is very small. Also the photo on here, it shows this, you know, that's spectacles. It's small, you know. So you see, all kind of, also here there is this this weird round shape where I think skeletons are in. You know, there's a head. Look here, there is all kind of like here is a head. I think here is a head, here is a head. That could be the heads of animals, like maybe totem animals, like this one. I think it's a dinosaur coming out of the rock, you know, like beautiful carved. I I think it's a real skeleton, but they very artificially removed the rock so this stands out. There is this guy, I think, you know, like see, there's the head, sand coming down, you know, and it's in bandages. Maybe it's also in this kind of baskin, you know, like sitting inside here, here in this rock. Here you can see the chain marks, you know, because I think most of the chains fall down, and now they're lying in the sand under the cliff. Here, like a skeleton here, you see? Skeleton here. Here coming the chain. Here's some weird relief carving. Maybe that's an entrance of a small cave where also somebody is lying. Here, see, they're everywhere. There are relief carvings, skulls, chains, and platforms, you know? And this is important, the platforms, you know? Like you find this platform here with stuff on it. You find this platform here with a skull stuff on it. The chain here going down here. The chain here is a very beautiful. I think they oversaw this. Here's a very beautiful fixation of the chain, and you see some chain links here also. Here is a casket on a platform. Here's the face. Platforms everywhere. Here's chain. So what I think we see here is what we see here, like, but here on Earth, you know, like you see these things here. See, you have the baskets from ropes. You have the skulls. You have the platform. You have the bones. You have the vertical surface. You have stones which are round this burial site. You have here skulls, you see, sitting here. This is what it's more like on Mars. It's, you know, because it's not like there were no people who made this not decaying, you know, like there were floods maybe and wind, erosion, and they brought out the things like this, you know. You see like skulls and bones lying around. This is more like Mars, I think. These are the round objects which are on the platforms. I think they are like calabashes or like pottery filled with stuff for the dead people. Here are the ropes again. And this is actually, I think, what it is. You know, it's the burial ground. It's somebody's sitting there looking in a good, looking down the cliffs, you know. It's a nice way to get buried, I think, you know. Here. So, I think what we see here, we see also there on Mars, like burial grounds. And it doesn't stop with this picture. You know, I was going on all the pictures, and I'm already on my work for the next pictures. I show you the next part. It's maybe no, where is it? I think this. Yes, it's this here. So it's the other side now, and you see all kind of chains coming down from the crater rim. You see they were falling down here. You have here the links. You have the fixations on the crater rim. Yeah, you have here the links. You see it? You see here chains going down, all broken down, all slid down to here to this part of the picture, because I think here it's not this steep. Here is the huge chain was falling down here, and when we go around the crater rim, you see here another of these links, middle links, you know, with the holes in it, and the chains going right and left and up and down. And very curious, I think here's a car, you know, like I don't believe there are cars on Mars, but it really looks like one. Hey Chris, this is, I think there's the car with a person in front of it, you know. Maybe that's not true, but it's funny, you know. This actually I think is a crater which came later, and these are rocks, you know. There is no chains. You cannot bring out some chains here. There is, I think, nothing suspicious, because these are really rocks here. You find nothing of interest. If you go with your blur tool or sharpen tool, it's just rubble. But if you go there, you see structures. You see like coming down up to your position. You see like chains in the ground. This picture, about this picture I will talk in the next session. But for now, part one is finished. I hope I gave you a quick overview about this situation, and in the next part I will come back with more evidence of ancient burial grounds. See ya.